There's really one thing and one thing only that will bring you back from any trip, and that's going to be running out of water. That's one thing that you can't avoid. I'm going to run you through a little bit of kit that we now have online on Patriot Supply, and I think you have to carry one of these. Morning guys, welcome to another Friday here at Patriot HQ. I'm going to run you through a little bit of kit that we now have online on Patriot Supply, and I think everybody, remote destination traveling, camper trailer, caravan, traveling in the truck, you have to carry one of these. There's really one thing and one thing only that will bring you back from any trip, and that's going to be running out of water. That's one thing that you can't avoid. We brought these back in from the United States, I'm going to say maybe about a year ago, about 12 months ago. And we've been running these in all of our trips. You would have seen our recent trip down to the high country, 3 camper trailers. We did not have to top off water anywhere. There's an abundance of freshwater sources down there, and most of the destinations or popular destinations that you'll go to around the coast of Australia, and you can purify water very simply, very easily, and refill any of your tanks or refill straight to a bottle. First thing that I'm going to note about this is just how compact it is. That's the actual purification system, which I'm going to run you through in just a second. And these are the attachments that come with it. Stored in a really nice, real robust Pelican case. These have got an IP rating of like IP67, I think they are. So this thing will float in the stream. So while you're pumping out, you know, if it gets wet or you drop it in. It's got water outlets already on there that are color coded to the hoses. So you know which one's the inlet side and which one's the outlet side. It's got this neat little breather in the side here as well. So if the pump gets hot inside, it'll allow all the hot air out, but it won't allow any water back in. And then it's just a simple button to turn it on and off from here. What you've got inside this little box here is obviously you've got a little pump, but you've also got a carbon filter. So this is your filtration system. This is 0.5 of a micron. So this is gonna get any kind of sediment or any debris. There's a pre-filter on the hose, but very, very fine particles. And what that thing does is it takes all of those tastes out of that freshwater source. So if you get that taste like chlorine or any of that sort of stuff that you're pumping out of, that'll remove all the taste. But the actual filtration of the water comes from this little system here. And what it is, it's a UV lamp. What this does is it kills 99.99% of all bacteria that's going through that water, viruses as well. So this is giving you your actual purification of the water is happening through the UV lamp, and the filtration is happening through the carbon filter. And then you've got a little water pump that controls the whole system. So 3,750 litres out of that filter at about 120 litres of fill. It's going to give you about 30 odd fills before you have to replace the carbon filter. Now you can run this, one thing I haven't done with it, which I find really cool, so you can pump directly out of a stream, and I'll run you through the specs of how far you can pump. But if you don't want to pump out of a stream, and especially if you're like Cape York, say for example, if you're running up the development road, stopping any of the stations or those roadhouses, you'll see there's a lot of signs there of non-potable water. So this will actually purify any non-potable fresh water source. You can plug this directly into a hose. What they give you in the kit here, and I'll just run you through that system because I'm not going to display that today, but this is a little pressure valve. It's a restrictor. So if you run a hose from one of those non-potable water hoses, like I said, in any of those roadhouses or side camps, straight into here, this will reduce the water flow and will match the flow of the pump. You don't even need to power it, so you don't even need to turn the pump on. If you've got pressurized water coming in through the inlet side, it'll just run straight through that UV system and it'll go straight into your tank and it'll run the purification process. So this is your pre-filter. Now, the orange hose, really clever. Orange goes to orange, so that's your inlet side. So if you push this button here, click that in, and then you wind your pre-filter on to this side. We're actually going to, you know what? We're going to use this today. So brand new kit, we'll have to give it back and for the team to put it back into stock. Let me just get that plastic off. So now you got your pre-filter done. We're going to use this tread box here. I've just filled this one up with water just for a demonstration. So if you imagine that's just a stream. So we'll just dump that in there. Now, the pump in this pushes better than it pulls. So your pull side in from the creek is going to be the shorter side. So you want to keep this box as close to the creek as you can. But it does come with like a 9-metre hose. So I'll just quickly roll this out and you can see the length. So you can imagine from the water source that you're pulling from, you can get the trailer a fair distance away from the water source. If you don't, just carry a jerry can or some other sort of water container that you can just, you can go straight into a container. But again, if you imagine, if I go around the trailer, you can see kind of how far I can get from the stream, which is really cool. Now, some of the kits, this is an option with the kit that we're selling on Patriot Supply. This comes with the kit. Open the water tank, just feed this straight in, and then you'll see all you have to do is just hit the start button. You can hear that pump running. Here we go. It's just, this is brand new kit, so it's not primed. So you can see it's starting to pull water through here. There we go. Hear the pump going. So that's just primed up now for the first time. Carbon filter's filling through the UV filter. You can see straight through here, all the way through the hose. Come and have a look down here. This is quite fun. This is like science, like a science video. Come on, water. Go, you good thing. Straight into the tank. Now, like I said, you can see that all kind of operating there. I'll just close the lid. You can hear how quiet that thing is. And now we can fill up to 120 litres from one single charge. Again, 0.5 microns of sediment filtration through that carbon filter. Remove all of that taste, anything that's, you know, any debris that's in the water, that's that job. And then the UV light, 99.99% of any bacteria or any viruses that are found. So any fresh water source, you can now pump directly into your trailer or directly into a drinking bottle. Something that will keep you out there for longer. Water is definitely one of those things. I was a little bit hesitant about this till I started using it, but this one is definitively an investment. It's an investment obviously into the health and well-being of everyone that's traveling with you, but it gives you the ability to stay out there for longer, and we all know fresh water is pretty hard to find when you're going somewhere remote. Check them out on patriotsupply.com.au. It's Friday afternoon, I'm going to finish loading up and I'm out of here.